Hello, welcome back to Eau Brink Studio. My name is Anita. If you've met me before, you'll know exactly what I get up to here, but if not, the studio here is in West Norfolk and we tend to do most things that are dealing with textiles and fabric and stuff like that. We'll paint it, we'll stitch it, we'll do all sorts of things to it. Today we're going to talk about these new machines that have come from Janome. So this is a M100 QDC. And it's quite a robust machine, so you can do quite a few things on it, including quilting and free motion embroidery, which is what we like to do. Comes with lots of gadgets. So there's this card here that fits onto this, which tells us what all the stitches are, and it fits into the back of here like so. So you've got that in front of you like that. This I think is so cute. This is a little pin cushion which sits in the top of there, and that's how this is all part of the machine. We've then got all these gadgets and all these bits and pieces here, which I will go through. So you've got your seam ripper. In the old-fashioned days they were called quick unpicks. This is for cleaning your lint out, and then we have lots of different feet for various different things. And it also comes with an extension table. So the first thing that we're going to do is tidy up a lot of this stuff and put the extension table on. So this just slides out and we have a nice storage area to put all these bits and pieces in. We'll leave some of the feet out, but the majority of it I'm going to put away, otherwise we'll be here all day going through it all. So we don't want those out at the moment. I've got a zip foot. These are all the different feet for stitching in the ditch, doing over your seams and bits and pieces like this. This is your little screwdriver. I have difficulty with these myself, however a lot of people do prefer them, and we've got 4 of these. One of them's in the machine, which I'm going to take out in a moment. So the first thing that I'm going to do is show you how to thread the machine up and wind the bobbin. Put that over there. Extension table has these lovely little feet. You just pop them out. These bits screw down or up so that you've got a level playing field to work with. So you just adjust them as you need to. Okay, so the first thing to do is to know how to wind a bobbin, because without that we can't do anything. Now you would put your thread on here, but I don't like using the thread holders on any sewing machine. It doesn't matter what brand it is. I like to use a comb holder, which is one of these, and it takes all threads. I never have any problem getting my threads to work. So to wind the bobbin, you just come around this little piece here. So you can tighten this or loosen this. It is a tension, and I always thread my thread through one of the holes on the bobbin. Just find the hole. Like that. Pop it on. Move that across. Switch the sewing machine on. And it's already telling me that the bobbin is there, about to go. There's a start-stop button at the front here. I always hold this piece here, and then I had a pair of scissors here and now I've lost them. Snip that off. I can turn this up, so at the moment it's on a medium speed, but we'll turn it up a bit faster so it's quicker. that's probably enough for what we want to do today. But if this was full, this would just pop back because it's finished. Okay, so that's how to thread your bobbin. Now how to thread the machine is slightly different. So you follow the numbers. This is number 1, so you'll come down here to number 2, up to number 3, round number 4, back down to under here where we have a number 5. Then this, I'm just going to put that down, this is your needle threader, which I've now got stuck. There we go. So that's now threaded the needle, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. Pop that open to take this out, and you just drop this in and you bring that round through here. That snips it off, and then you just put the cover back on. So the machine is now good to go. So just to quickly show you the buttons, this is your reverse, this is your start stop. This, as you're sewing, it will stop and cut at the same time, and this one will just snip. This is for your speed, and these are all your different stitches. So you've got your stitch width and your stitch length here. This up here tells you which foot to have on for whichever stitch you're going to use, and of course all your stitches are up on here. So we just want to go for normal stitching, which is what we're on now, and it tells me I need a foot, which is this foot here. It's got a little wheel on the side of it. So this is for normal sewing, and just I've used a variegated thread so that you can see how lovely this is. So we're just going to stitch this cotton. Okay, there is a foot with it if you want to use a pedal foot, but you don't need to these days. So we just pop that down and put that in the middle and press start. Just stop it, snip it, lift the foot up, and it didn't stitch. Oh, it did at the end. Let's just do that again. There we go. So we've got a really nice line of stitching there with this variegated thread. So if we want to change it to a pattern stitch, so say we pick, oh I don't know, 81 maybe. I know I need to take this off, so we'll just put this on to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a 1, so 81. It's telling me that I have to have the F on. Now this foot has an F in the middle here, so I know it's the right foot. And to change the foot at the back here, there is a little, don't know what you would call it, like a little hook thing. You just press it and that falls off. And then this one, we just pop it on. It just clips on like that, okay? And then put the foot down, press start. So that finished where we wanted it to finish. Let's cut the threads, and that's a really pretty design. Okay, and that's the back. So it's more or less the same. Now if we want to put the walking foot on, which is a teeny tiny bit more complicated. We have to get our little screwdriver and unscrew this. Now I have trouble with these because I've got big fat hands. However, that's come off okay, but I suspect going on isn't going to be as easy. So on here, this little claw here is what has to go around this bar, and then we put the screw in the screw hole where you would normally. So this bar goes above, so if we bring this down, this bar is going to go above there, she says. And we're going to have it up. There we go. Now you have to hold that at the same time as getting this screw in. And this is where, if you've got fat hands like me, you may have some issues like I have. And she's in. Tighten it up. I would change this little tiny screwdriver for an ordinary one, just because for me it would make my life easier with trying to do this, but you may find it's okay. I'm almost screwed in. Almost there. And it's now settling into its bed. There we go. So this is the walking foot. Now the walking foot's job is to stop your fabric from moving. So if you've got 2 or 3 layers, so say this was our base, then we had a sandwich in here of a batting, and then the top one, when you're stitching, what tends to happen with a normal foot is the top row moves like this as you're sewing, and everything will move because it's pushing it and you're not getting everything going through evenly. Whereas if you have a walking foot on, we're level at the end, and that should stay level. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So you see how I've kept the pattern on, but I'm still using the walking foot to do this. And then if I decide to change it, I'll just bring this up. So if we go back to a normal foot, normal stitch, just a straight stitch. You can see how that's walking along still. Cut it. So we have our pattern, we've still got a straight bit, but as you can see the ends have not moved, we're still level, and that's what your walking foot is for, which is brilliant. And the next thing that I'm going to show you is how to do some free motion. With the walking foot, this is a stitch guide. So if you wanted to have even straight lines, you would just pop this in. Goes in the back here. And sits like that. So when you're stitching, you decide where you want it, and you can be stitching in straight lines. So I haven't got that in properly, but it goes in there, and you'll be stitching in nice straight lines. Okay, so that's how that goes. Let's get this off. I wonder if I can just unscrew that a little bit and move it back. Oh, please don't have to all come out. Okay. So this foot is our free motion, or the darning foot. It's spring loaded, which is brilliant. So we can just pop that in. Then we take this off. Just turn this around to show you. So this here is to drop these down. These are your feed dogs. So you just push that along that way, and your feed dogs are now down. On, switch the machine back on. Okay, and now we can sew in any direction that we want to, because we're now in control, not the machine. So again, you put the foot down, you hold your thread out of the way just to start, and we can go anywhere we want now. Go up and down, we can go sideways, we can come round in a big circle if we want to. Okay, any way we want, anyhow we want. It's a bit difficult with this long thread piece of fabric, but you get the gist of it, don't you? Okay, and we can also colour. So if we want to colour a piece in, just colour it in. And there we go. Any direction. Okay. So that's just a brief sort of start up really on how to use this machine. There will be more videos coming where I'm going to show you how to actually make things on them and what gadgets and bits and pieces we're going to use. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.